Here in the stands, this really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, it's great to be here.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So it's away we go then. Paris Saint-Germain have chosen to go 4-3-3. Jim, how do you see it?
Well, one of the attacking advantages in this setup, Peter, is the impact that can be made between fullbacks and the attacking wide players. These combinations, when worked well, can be a real handful for any opposition, and we're likely to witness that again.
Oh, what a climb! Oh, it rattles the bar! Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Yeah, Joshua Kimmich. In many ways, the ultimate modern fullback in that he contributes just as much offensively as he does defensively. He seems to have a great instinctive understanding of when to move forward, and that means he rarely gets caught out of position on the counter-attack. He should be a key player for this team.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. João Palhinha. And here's Mbappe. Bellingham. He gets big. He's missed, but not by that far.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Cleared without complication. Couple of decent early chances. It bodes well for an exciting game. And he's gone looking for safety.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
And it's made its way to him, and he was alert to it. Has a look and plays it forward.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Yamal. That ball looks a good one. Rafinha. So we're still where we started right now. And it's Lopez. Distributed tidily. Mbappe receives it in a good position here. And that's very disappointing, it has to be said. Tries to pass it through. Opts to... Tries a shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Lopez, Fermin!
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Oh, played through for the wide man. Yamal receives it in a wide position. That's an excellent interception. And he's quick to get it clear again. Hakimi. Fermin. And here's the chance to counter. Barella kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. João Palhinha. Thuram. It's a threat. Takes a shot! In for the pieces! It's in! There is the breakthrough! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, they say all goalkeepers are crazy, and after that, maybe there's some truth in it.
Le numéro 18.
Melbourne City have taken the lead.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough, though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
It's a good spell of possession, this. Oh, that is a... Oh, shooting chance! He's done very well to get to that.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Hakimi gets it away. Melbourne City have the chance to go the other way. Can he get on the end of this? Hoisted upfield by the keeper, pinches it off him. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Tries to play it through. Barella.
Melbourne City can certainly afford to see this half out now and reset during the break.
Gabriel. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Rafinha gets flagged offside. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
It's a pretty loose pass. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Paris Saint-Germain clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Gets his head on it! Oh, that was no routine save.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Corner number 2 then. Thuram!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Il y aura 2 minutes de temps
It's
additionnel.
Hakimi. Çalhanoğlu.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Bellingham. Nicked it back promptly. And there is the half-time whistle. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
On the evidence of what we've seen, they're worth their lead. There was genuine intensity and purpose behind what they brought to the game. I think they'll want a strong start just after the break, though, to force the issue that bit more.
Melbourne City can be fairly satisfied then. It's so far so good for them, and it's 1-0 at the break. Whistle goes, and we start the second half. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference. Thuram, great defending, strong and determined. Rodri. Shapes to shoot! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Paris Saint-Germain have their second corner now. Ndika tries to clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. And here's Mbappe. Bellingham. Looking for options for movement. This looks promising. Short changes him with that pass. Çalhanoğlu charging forward, the ball at his feet. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Played back in. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Thuram. Yamal providing an outlet on that flank. Kimmich goes sliding in. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. DiMarco. Paris Saint-Germain have it back and can go again.
Paris Saint-Germain really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
They're coming again and again.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
No way through. Your impression so far, Jim?
They're ahead, but they're not playing as if they are. There seems to be more of an emphasis on protecting their lead than adding to it. It's all gone a little timid.
He's in a great position here. He's dealt with that really well. Mendes did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Pass somewhat off target. Might be to chance for a shot! And he's there to get it away. Now it's Lopez. That is a brilliant interception. Mbappe under intense pressure.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind him up in the process, Peter.
Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
And that's a good ball. Now it's Yamal. Expertly cut out, really nicely done.
Melbourne City clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Rodri. And it's Çalhanoğlu. Good read, needed to be.
Look, this is so frustrating. Passing without any end product is just passing time.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Threads one in. DiMarco has crossed into the middle. That has been knocked clear. And the pass is intercepted. Real chance! It's bounced back off the post. Bellingham. And they've got rid. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped. I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Oh, they could be caught out here. Great chance! They've done it! And surely now, the result beyond doubt. That really is quite fabulous, all his own doing.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing, having the composure to score is another.
2 up and very little time left. Surely this is it.
Well, that's a really bitter blow. I think it's going to be very hard for them to find the character to respond from that.
Additionnel, 1 minute.
Bellingham. And that is as far as it goes. And so they have the outcome they desire. A dose of reality and quality, absolute togetherness, and the job is done. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter. Hi, everyone. The excitement has really picked up now, and I'm eager for the action to start.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. And the shots! All denied brilliantly!
Fermin really must be thinking what he has to do to score there. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
They get a throw in. Çalhanoğlu. Can he get it through? Oh, well played. Throw it. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, I've always been impressed with how this guy, Szoboszlai, has been able to combine physicality and the finesse he can also add to his game, Peter. He makes good use of his strength when receiving the ball in tight areas, and he has that trickery and athleticism to beat people, and a spring in his step, always a spring.
Yeah, I'd have picked him to Thuram! Now, who's going to be first to this? And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Osimhen, now looking to orchestrate a counter. Couple of decent early chances. It bodes well for an exciting game. Can he get on the end of this? Oh, that's neat. And that is out and behind. It's a good block. Corner number 2 then. Hakimi clears it away. And now a sudden chance to counter. Oh, just skips past his man. Thuram. Yamal. And it's João Palhinha. Pinches it off him. Mbappe.
This is the time you need that pace.
Now it's Lopez. Fermin unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Mbappe. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. Crosses it in. Keeper's dealt with that. Dimarco is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Looking tidy in possession here.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Now it's Osimhen. That's good play. Çalhanoğlu. Lovely pass, but can he get there?
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Thuram. And here's Szoboszlai. And here's Thuram. Very nearly half an hour gone here. He's being urged to shoot. Thuram gets flagged offside. Stood up well to him there. Oh, there's a probing ball. And here's Barella. Might be danger here. Thuram! Well, that is commitment to the cause. Cleared away. Paris Saint-Germain have the chance to go the other way. Hakimi cuts out the pass. Yamal. Now, can they get him away? Vermi.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase, and of course those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. Great vision. Danger averted for now. Nuno Mendes. Thuram looks to get on the end of this. Davis cuts it out.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Davis puts his foot on the gas. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Szoboszlai. That's headed upfield. Now it's Thuram. Yamal. Oh, this is a great position. And that'll be the final action of the first half. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. So we reach the halfway point, and neither side have yet been able to force the issue. It's 0-0.
Les propriétaires des voitures en stationnement sur la bretelle d'accès au stade sont priés de les déplacer immédiatement. Changement pour le Paris Saint-Germain. Le numéro 20. À sa place,
That gets things going for the second half.
Melbourne City are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure. Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Oh, there's a probing ball. Thuram is herring after that one. Çalhanoğlu tries to pass it through. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. He's got plenty of space out wide here. That's very neat. Osimhen. Rodri. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Thuram. Oh, he's got a sight of goal. Out to the right. Oh, such a clever touch. And it's João Palhinha. That's tidy. And here's Szoboszlai. Chance! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Melbourne City have their second corner now. Quality ball. Paris Saint-Germain are looking to go forward now. Mendes calmly anticipates. That's a lovely, neat pass. He's found a way through. Chance for a shot! Goes looking wide. Paris Saint-Germain are looking to break at pace. He's played it long. They're back in possession and ready to go again. Looking for options for movement. Davis picks it up out wide, lofted in. Defending of the desperate variety. Opts to play it back. It is still anyone's game, 0-0. And he's gone looking for safety. That's a smartly directed ball. He's had a shot! Really well taken goal. And finally he has breathed life life into the game. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get pressed from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
Changement pour le Paris Saint-Germain. Le numéro 45.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact. Paris Saint-Germain have penetrated for the first time.
Well, when the going gets tough, etc., they can still turn this round, I think.
Matheus Cunha opts for safety. Matheus Cunha. Now this could be a chance. That has not gone well. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Paris Saint-Germain do have a chance to counter here. De Bruyne, played out to the left flank. Davis receives it in a wide position. He's having a shot! He should have put that one away.
Well, the keeper spared a few blushes here. Going 2 down at this stage would have made it an awful long way back.
Corner number 3 coming up. And it's hoisted clear.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Well read, and the danger is averted. Chance here to counter. Calhanoglu. Davis in acres of space out wide. I'll try to spin that positively. I certainly can't. He can get that clear. And a chance! They just took too long getting forward.
Well, the whole idea of a good breakaway is to leave the opposition struggling to get back, and they were just too slow.
Changement pour le Paris Saint-Germain.
Paris Saint-Germain get their fourth corner.
Le numéro 7. À leur place, le numéro 99. Le numéro 4. Le numéro 32. Changement en cours.
He gets big! No messing about, just bludgeoned away. And now they can spring out of defence. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped. Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
Oh, really cute. What a lovely series of passes. And it's made its way to him.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. And that's clear cut. It's a free kick. And he is going into that little black book.
Temps additionnel.
That's a
3
throw.
minutes.
And he's managed to get rid. And that's a good-looking ball. And that is out of play. Konate. And time is up. So in the end, one goal did it. An exciting encounter where both sides produced a genuine effort to go on and win it. Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. My name's Peter Drury, and here's my co-commentator for the game. It's Jim Beglin.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. The action has already started. DiMarco. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Really didn't have enough to concern the defence. Van Dijk wins the duel this time. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, Nuno Mendes here, I think, will be very important, Peter, particularly if they start to spread the play, because he's excellent in one-on-one positions, both attacking and defending. So I'd expect him to have some of that cutting edge in the team, making himself a great option when they've got possession.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. DiMarco. And here's De Bruyne. DiMarco, cross flung in towards the middle.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
It has been a rather gentle affair so far. Lovely pass. Shot and goal! Oh, split-second reaction.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Climbs up big! Decent enough try.
Yeah, it's good movement, though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
De Bruyne. Played back in. Konate gets rid without sophistication. Osimhen. Strokes it back.
Really got in his face there, and it was well played.
Melbourne City yet to have an attempt on goal. Calhanoglu. Szoboszlai. Looking for the run. It's a nicely shaped ball. Mbappe!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And it's João Palhinha. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
And here's the chance to counter. A heavy challenge. And that is out and behind. It's a good block. It's their second corner of the game. And he's there to belt it away. And that has left him in a heap. And it's Calhanoglu. Haaland. Well, they could break here. Yamal providing an outlet on that flank. Calhanoglu. Konate kept his eye on it, and he's there. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Paris Saint-Germain look happy to sit back for the moment here.
Yeah, everything they're doing screams counter-attack, but it's a long counter-attack. When they win it back, they're not wasting any time. They're just trying to get the runners away as quickly as possible.
Davis. Barella, well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
That's a good ball out wide. And Hakimi. Shifted upfield. Well, that is one way to stop him. Rodri.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Still looking for the first breakthrough, and it is nearly half-time now. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And here's Osimhen. Now it's Çalhanoğlu. Look at the space here. Can he spark a counter here? Now it's Mbappe. João Palhinha. Barella. The pass has gone astray. The ball's gone astray. Now it's Barella. Yamal. He's cut it out. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Melbourne City clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. And after 45 minutes, it is still goalless. A change, perhaps, after half-time.
Visiblement étrange ou inapproprié sera exclu du stade. Merci.
Here we go again. Both sides defensively robust up to now. Davis. And now the breakaway. And he's forced to go back. Yamal. Hakimi. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Mbappe going full steam ahead down the left flank. Mbappe will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Well, he's done very well to take that back. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Up towards the front line. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Great ball, and he's in here. Real chance! Sticks it away! And the second half is off to a flyer. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Changement pour le Paris Saint-Germain. Le numéro 9. Le numéro 45.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. So a couple of front-footed alterations here, a pair of forwards entering the field.
It's a bold move. The manager's made his intentions pretty clear. He's going for this.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, talk about the perfect start to the second half. They've certainly come out with more purpose, more energy, and it's paid off beautifully.
He's shifting through the gears here.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And it's Lopez driving through the middle. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
Fermin receives it in a good position here. Neither of these two want to come off second best. And he's had it nicked away. Çalhanoğlu. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, the stats are pretty telling here. It's hard to argue with the scoreline when you carry so little threat.
Barella. Barella cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates should be picking up on that, and quickly. That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain...
Shot, surely! He scores! Two to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring. Well, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
Paris Saint-Germain are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
Picked out brilliantly. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And here's Mbappe. And it's Szoboszlai.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Looking tidy in possession here. Konate cuts out the pass.
Melbourne City really have been second best here, second to every ball, and they can't have any complaints about where they are now. The good thing is they haven't given up, but it's not looking favourable.
He's picked his way through. Decent progress down the left. Lovely feet. Davis has got himself a free kick. There could be trouble here, but for now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket. There's not much doubt that this will be played into the penalty area. João Palhinha.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Hakimi. João Palhinha. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now it's Mbappe. Mbappe has been caught there, it's a foul. The referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Well, here is a defeat that may hit them hard, and you can sense that all around us. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. Well, I'm Peter Drury and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. We have already started here. And it's Çalhanoğlu. Chips it through. And now they can clear their lines. That's a throw. That's really well manoeuvred. Haaland. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
The fella you're looking at, Peter, Achraf Hakimi. I think one of the...
There's the shot! He's delivered all right! First blood drawn. Well, how's that for a class finish?
That's just clever. He made the keeper think he was going one way, only to outfox him by going the other. Very nice.
So, a breakthrough already. Haaland might just make this. And it's Szoboszlai. João Palhinha. So just a one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Melbourne City looking to pass their way through.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Barella. This might spell danger. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Çalhanoğlu. That has ended up in no man's land. Melbourne City are very much in charge here, dominating possession and a goal to the good. Davis. Davis goes on a charge down the left. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Yamal. Now it's Mbappe. Oh, good take in a good area. And that was nowhere near his best. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
João Palhinha. Çalhanoğlu. And it's De Bruyne. Passes short and sharp. Tries to play it through. And the finish! Sticks it away! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
Now this could be a chance. Haaland. Haaland! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
They've played it short. Paris Saint-Germain have the chance to go the other way. Barella. He's in a great position here. Decent chance! And he's had it nicked away. Mbappe! Well read, and the danger is averted. That's very neat. Good read, needed to be. Davis.
They want to be quick here, it's breakaway time.
Now, can they get him away? Oh, nicely intercepted. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Well timed, excellent interception. That's a cute ball. Osimhen is in a really good position out wide. Szoboszlai. Barella. Çalhanoğlu. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside.
Il y aura 2 minutes
Well,
de
that
temps
tackle was
additionnel.
certainly sturdy. Passing is crisp and sharp. He is just caressing the ball. Played into space. That's beautifully weighted. Good ball, good take. It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. So in they come for the break with nothing to separate them. The score 1-1.
Chers spectateurs, nous vous rappelons que pour votre sécurité, ce match est placé sous vidéosurveillance. Changement
So
pour
we're
le
into the
Paris
second
Saint-Germain.
45.
Le numéro 9.
Melbourne City clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Barella cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
Engages and forces him off the ball. And that is as far as they're going to go. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Melbourne City, different to some extent this half. Details of the changes to come soon.
Well, I think it's the perfect time to make a change.
And it's Davis. Now this could be a chance. And the shot! Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! He made it happen. Squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. Well, that's pretty clear. It is a foul. No second thought, a straight red card. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
Changement pour le Paris Saint-Germain. Le
Çalhanoğlu
numéro 45.
having a look.
Pour le remplacer.
That's a dangerous
le numéro
ball.
19. Attention.
It's
changement.
Çalhanoğlu! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
Yeah, he may have snatched it down a bit, even though it was quite close.
Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And there's his chance to lead the counter. Ball looks a good one. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
He's on it, can he get away? So much time and space here. Shapes to shoot! It's in! And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
Well, he's been on a crusade, and his first goal seemed to just whet the appetite.
Great chance! Really well taken goal. No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Melbourne City get themselves back into contention.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Can he get on the end of this?
Melbourne City really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
And the counter is on. Davis going full steam ahead down the left flank. Rice. And here's Mbappe. Out to the left it goes. Hakimi plays it long. Out towards the flank. Oh, that's neat. The defence opting here for strength in numbers. Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
Melbourne City have their second corner now. Greenwood with the short one. Goes for a shot! Cleared without complication.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly.
Passing nice and neat. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
The referee's awarded a free kick.
Changement pour le Paris Saint-Germain. Le
Very
numéro
little
10.
time to go, and they
Le
have a
numéro
free
16.
kick in a really promising
Le numéro
area.
7.
This is the sort of thing he craves, a chance to make a telling
Le numéro
impact.
4. Le numéro 32.
And he's going to Rex. Oh, he's pulled off a fine save.
Absolutely terrific reflexes, goalkeeping at its very best.
Bellingham.
Temps additionnel.
5 minutes to add. Thuram. Now it's Vinicius Junior. And he thumps it clear. Not too much more here than seeing out time, and time is very nearly seen out. Now it's Çalhanoğlu. Oh, such a clever touch. That's a promising run he's making on the right. And that's that. Melbourne City illustrating perfectly the fickle nature of football. Everything looked so good for them to start with, but as we have seen so many times, they ended up with nothing. Your reflections then, Jim?
Well, obviously they'll be disappointed with the loss, but, you know, they'll be back on the training ground working through their problems that will undoubtedly have been highlighted.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert, Jim Beglin.
Well, I can tell you, I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Haaland, Mbappe! Strong running down that left flank, and he's had it nicked away. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Davis. Davis with chance for a shot! Oh, great low ball in.
Well, the quality of the supply has been acknowledged. Shame, that's when the quality ended.
Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, Peter, Erling Haaland is developing a massive reputation. The raw power, the speed, the ability to find the net in all sorts of ways. Sometimes you just wonder how you're going to stop him, and I think as a defender you'd be hard-pressed for answers.
Yeah, he'll be looking for a goal or two. Back into the middle. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. That has not gone well. And it's Szoboszlai. Rice.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
A couple of decent early chances. It bodes well for an exciting game. DiMarco. He's a sharp little ball here. DiMarco. Well seen. Saw that coming. DiMarco just loves to go forward whenever he can. Now that looks a decent ball.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
De Bruyne. And it's Davis. He's making a real surge on the left. Spread neatly. DiMarco. Now the cross. That's a decent clearance. Oh, he's been caught napping. In comes the corner.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Defending of the desperate variety. Paris Saint-Germain have reclaimed it. De Bruyne.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. This looks promising. Oh, well played. He's taken that really cleanly. Rodri tries making a foray down the right. Good ball over the top. Takes a shot! Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! First blood drawn. Well, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
A 1-0 lead established.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus, as the opposition will inevitably react.
And here's Haaland. Oh, nice touch. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Davis did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. He gets big! Oh, surely that deserved better.
It was such a clever idea to lift it into his path.
Melbourne City looking to pass their way through. And the shot! It's in! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Well, at one stage he was being body-checked, Peter, and then the next minute it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
Melbourne City grabbed the equaliser, and we're all square.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop, just get back up the pitch and level the scores again. This is cracking stuff.
Temps additionnel, 1 minute.
Aimed beyond the defence. And the first half is done. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Well, I don't think either side will have too much to complain about or worry about, Peter. 1-1 is a fair reflection of the game so far. So it'll be fascinating to see how both teams go about trying to establish a little more control in this second half.
Well, it's been a tight game, but one that's packed with incident and talking points. A decent watch this, and it's 1-1 at half-time. So we're just settling back into this second half. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. The ball has bounced loose now. And it's played in. Oh, smashing header! He's missed, but not by that far.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
De Bruyne. And here's Mbappe. He is through here. Real chance! Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! Into the lead once more. And that really is so impressive.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
Paris Saint-Germain go into the lead. And here's Haaland. And he was quick to react.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Davis picks it up out wide, just eases him off the ball. And that is good, super running, sharp movement, came up against a defender though who was ever so determined. Shoots! Sticks it away! And there's the goal they've been looking for. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Paris Saint-Germain go 2 up and into a position of real strength.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
He's having a good look here,
Changement pour le Paris
looking here to
Saint-Germain.
alter the direction of the game.
À sa place, le numéro 20. Attention, changement.
He's gone for goal! And how good was that? Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! Well, that was wonderful in every regard. Vision, concept and considerable accuracy.
Well, he made it look effortless, clearly a training ground perfectionist.
We have got ourselves a game here.
What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make. This is exactly the response he'd be looking for. Mbappe really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped. It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. And here's Mbappe. No way through, so back it. He's having a go! He's done very well to get to that.
Barella is offering a wry smile there.
Changement pour le Paris Saint-Germain. Le numéro 45.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Le numéro 18. Changement.
He's got tall. And he's there to belt it away. He's in a great position here. And he's there to clear it. And the shot's on here.
That's just playing it safe and simple. Melbourne City really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
They're coming again and again.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Eder Militao gets across to intercept that. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
That's been cut out, well played. Tries to pass it through. That's really well manoeuvred. Mbappe. Thuram.
Melbourne City really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Mbappe. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Mbappe. Davis promptly onto that, and that is that. Looking for options for movement. And the finish! He should have put that one away.
Fermin really thought he'd scored to settle this contest, and he's struggling to believe being denied.
Out of play for a throw. Intercepts the throw, that's well read.
Paris Saint-Germain nearly finished it off there, but now it's a case of waiting for the whistle.
Not too much more here than seeing out time, and time is very nearly seen out. Szczesny claims it without any fuss. Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Greenwood. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Greenwood. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
De temps additionnel.
4 extra minutes added on. Matheus Cunha threads one in. Thuram. Rice, given the lift of his goal. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. And that will be it. Melbourne City can justifiably find this a hard one to swallow. They gave it their all, but ultimately they have fallen just short. Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter, it's great to be on board.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. And already we're underway here. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now he's off and running. Well timed, excellent interception. That's really well manoeuvred. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, it's hard not to be impressed with Achraf Hakimi, who has proven himself in many of the top leagues at such a young age, Peter. He's tactically very astute, he's versatile anywhere on that right flank, and you see him make overlap after overlap, and he loves to stretch defences.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. And this is Çalhanoğlu. And the flag has stayed down. Nice interception, well timed. João Palhinha. Fair to say, I think a cautious start from both teams. Barella. For Szoboszlai. João Palhinha. And here's Thuram. Well, they're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on. Not the most accurate pass. First quarter of an hour gone. Nice sequence of passes this. Taken back almost at once. Van Dijk defending his corner stubbornly. Stood up very well to his man. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Oh, really cute. What a lovely series of passes. Oh, beautifully shaped ball. Oh, there's a probing ball. Now it's Mbappe. Looking to play him in. That's a nicely shaped ball. Lovely feet. Nuno Mendes is wide and looking to get onto this. And it's Szoboszlai. Barella is onto this. Thuram! Oh, and that is really good tenacity.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
And he's there to clear it. Oh, super ball! Oh, well played, well played. Paris Saint-Germain are looking to go forward now. Barella, he's had it nicked away. Thuram. Is there any support? He might not need it. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And it's João Palhinha. No change to the score, 0-0 it remains. Mbappe. So what can they make of this? Oh, perfectly measured that. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Paris Saint-Germain clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Rafinha.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
And here's Mbappe. Mbappe! Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
So the first moment of real significance.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game. Melbourne City truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
Mbappe! Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. That's a sharp pass. Tries to pass it through. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Oh, well played. João Palhinha.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
He's away! Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Pass somewhat off target. And the first 45 minutes are up. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
Mesdames et messieurs, votre attention s'il vous plaît. Un petit garçon nommé Jonathan et qui porte une casquette.
Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
Melbourne City can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
And here's Thuram. Çalhanoğlu cuts it out. Now it's Mbappe. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
I just think, though, that was selfish and a little uncalled for him. He must have been aware that he had options to his left. Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Szoboszlai. Chance for a shot! It's in! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
Complete awareness. And a chance! Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! And they get themselves in front! No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
Changement pour le Paris Saint-Germain. Le numéro 45.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Attention, changement.
Paris Saint-Germain get themselves into the lead. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Well, he's felt that, hasn't he? Well, they are still trailing, and they require a change of fortune, pretty sharpish. He has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision. That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause.
Header!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Mbappe. Now it's Rafinha. Melbourne City perhaps contemplating their next change here.
Yeah, and I think if you're looking for change in a tight game like this, Peter, it's all about getting the timing right.
Konate, and that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Looking for options for movement. That has been cut short. That's really well cleared. Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick.
Well, great position for a cross this, Peter. Now to get good contact on it.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
Le numéro 22, le numéro 10. À leur place, le numéro 6, le numéro 20.
And it's
Le
Hakimi.
numéro 19.
An
Changement en
instinctive delivery. Chouameni can get it clear.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Melbourne City have now used up all but one of their substitution windows. Çalhanoğlu ploughing through the middle. Cleared away. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. He's found a way through. Davis takes control of it and he's on the move. Looking for the run. Thuram played out to the right. Mbappe will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent.
Melbourne City really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Matheus Cunha. Well, we expected better, and so did he.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
The defence opting here for strength in numbers. Now it's Thuram. Out to the right. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped. Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Melbourne City are in dire need of a breakthrough. Can they?
Look, their path is set. They have to take risks in every situation now. Melbourne City really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
Might be dangerous. Shot a goal! It's in! Dying minutes, and we're all square again. Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Well, at one stage he was being body-checked, Peter, and then the next minute it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
All square. Can he finish? Vermi. And it's Çalhanoğlu. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And here's Alvarez. Oh, it's taken out, that'll be a foul. Well, that's a booking, always looked it. Oh, this looks sharp. 90 minutes up, and we will be back for extra time.
Well, there was very little between the sides all the way through, so extra time is the correct next step.
So to clarify, extra time will follow.
Je ne vous en dis pas plus. Changement pour le Paris Saint-Germain. Le numéro 6, le numéro 11, le numéro 7.
No winner in 90, 30 more to
Le
come.
numéro 30, Messi.
Melbourne City
Le numéro
displayed great
99.
character to force extra
Le
time
numéro
from what looked a
32.
pretty ominous
Changement.
situation. The question now is, can they go on to win it? It is doable. Rice. Oh, good spread. Mbappe. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Has a look and place it forward. Oh, that pass isn't the best. He's looking wide. He's shifting through the gears here. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Messi looking to play it into the box. Rice tries to clear. Haaland. Aimed beyond the defence.
Pretty robust defending.
Mbappe showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Tries to play it through. And that's a simple one for the keeper. And he's straight offside. Just eases him off the ball. Mbappe. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Alvarez. Can he get on the end of this? He's had a shot! Oh, that's incredible! And that may just do it! Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
Temps additionnel, 1 minute.
Paris Saint-Germain go into the lead. Oh no, he's got that wrong. He's ended up in no man's land. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. We've reached the midway point in extra time. Both teams have run themselves into the ground out there. Does anyone have one last moment of magic in them? And so the last chance to find a winner. This has been enthralling. So what do the last 15 minutes have left? Now looking to orchestrate a counter. That's a lovely, neat pass. Alvarez receives it in a good position here. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Well, that's well spotted. Time is running out here.
Yeah, they're really playing in hope at this point, but hope is something you can always cling to.
And he's found a way past. Shoots! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. Mendes with the clearance. That is a crunching tackle. Oh no, this does not look good. This is their second corner of the game. Oh, what a climb! It's there! And surely that clinches it. There really is no way back now. Great corner, and he did the rest.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and read it perfectly.
Paris Saint-Germain could not have picked a better time to snatch a two-goal lead. Is there still time for a response?
Well, that's a really bitter blow. I think it's going to be very hard for them to find the character to respond from that.
And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Ndika.
Temps additionnel, 1 minute.
And that is it, the referee has seen enough. Melbourne City were a team not short on effort, but ultimately they were found wanting when it mattered. That is simply not how you go about winning. What are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Melbourne City desperately failing to impose themselves on the game. Decidedly flat, disjointed in so many areas on the pitch, and you're never going to win like that.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you.
you